I'm hearing that song, Kung Fu Fighting. Everybody was Kung Fu fighting. Na, 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 na. So, some people could be fighting about you or arguing about you in the background somewhere. So that's what I'm getting, but we're going to go ahead and pull some more cards or just pull some cards and see what Spirit has to say. Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, please help me to see what the collective needs to know for their highest and greatest good. Please show me what my truth seekers and my wisdom warriors need to see. All right, let's get some energy out here. Let's get right straight to it. All right, what's the energy, Spirit? I hope everybody had a lovely day today. Okay, we have breakthrough. Oh, that's exciting. Number 25. You could be 25 or 52. Y'all have a breakthrough coming. Look at that. It's exciting. All right, so we have breakthrough energy. This is, man, you could have been feeling stuck for a really long time, but Spirit is like, hey, it is time. It's time for that breakthrough. That is great overall energy here. Okay, let's get some more cards out here. Let's get some more energy. All right, Spirit, what else do my truth seekers need to know? You could have been waiting for this breakthrough for a really long time. I mean, you could have been waiting 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, up to 23 years for your breakthrough. I know I waited a very long time for my breakthrough. Very grateful that it actually happened, because sometimes people don't even have a breakthrough in their entire life. So this is very, very exciting. You should get excited. Okay, what else? There's rocks on this card over here. That could be significant. Maybe you are into making inspiration rocks or hiding them or finding them, something like that. Kind of getting that. Okay. Let's see. You are very protected. Some of you could be getting a lot of evil eye. Again, that Kung Fu fighting in the background. There could be a lot of people that are in competition with you. A lot of people that, I don't know why I'm getting this, but are just really want to be like you or to do what you're doing. So they're in competition with that. But you are very protected. You could have a lot of evil eye jewelry. You could do, like, whatever your spiritual practices are, you're very good at that. So, and you're very protected by your spirit guides, by God, by the divine. So whatever they're sending you is just being returned to sender anyway. So nothing to worry about there. You could be very into crystals, any kind of crystals, amethyst, just any crystals whatsoever. There's amethyst on here, so that could be very significant to you. We also have dissolve. You're being called to merge with source, to really release. It says release identity, merge with source. There's also a flower on here. You could be, you could benefit from going out into nature, take a walk, be around flowers, be around plants, be around trees. You could resonate with Mother Gaia heavily. Really just having that connection with Source is very important at this time, especially for your breakthrough. I know in my experience, I had to just get away from all of the noise of other people, the noise of the world, and I went into this hermit mode, and Spirit put me there, and it was where I could really just start meditating and start hearing having my connection with the divine and start hearing source, hearing spirit. And that's what you're being called to do here. However you connect with the divine, you're being called to do that, to go to a quiet space so you can go within and connect in your heart space and your head space with the divine. However that looks like for you, whether it's prayer or it's rituals or lighting candles or sieging or yoga or running, exercise, however it looks for you, you're being called to do that. Get closer with the divine, with source. Protect yourself. I do really feel like you are being protected. There's a lot of competition. There's a lot of evil eye. And I don't say that to you for you to be fearful, but just to protect yourself, whether that's through crystals or through the evil eye jewelry, or just, like I said, through prayer. However you do that, just, protect yourself. At the bottom of the deck, we have innocence, inner child play, and nurture. So you're being called, I really feel like you're being called to nurture your inner child. Get back to the things that you wanted to do as a child. When you were a kid, like, what did you do? What did you want to do? I think that, gosh, when we get older, we get so used to, we have to work, we take care of our kids, we take care of errands, we take care of bills, all of these things that we lose that inner child, right? We lose that playfulness. So when was the last time you took your shoes and socks off, and went out into the yard or into nature and just walked in grass, right? When was the last time you climbed a tree? I'm not saying climb a tree, right? Use your discernment here. But, when was the last time you rode a bike or just spun around in wearing a dress, or just spun around at all? Just the things that you used to do when you were a kid that made you happy. Or what did you dream of doing when you were a kid? Are you doing that now? Did you lose your dreams along the way? You're really being called to get back to that inner child space. And if you're having a hard time doing that, there's healing that needs to be done. Inner child healing that needs to be done. Yeah. Also, what I'm getting is that these people that are in competition with you, they could know of some inner child wound that you have, and they're trying to spiritually attack that wound, or maybe they're trying to trigger you in some way. For example, if you have an abandonment wound, right? If they know that, let's just say if they know that your parents abandoned you, or all the people in your life that you love have left you, right? And then they end up just leaving you or ghosting you without any kind of closure. That is somebody purposely attacking your childhood wound. And that is spiritually attacking you. And it's terrible. It's a terrible thing to do. But that's kind of what I'm getting in this situation that someone might be doing, and that's what all that conflict is. The next card we have is shadow work, and this says forgiveness and unconditional love. Shadow work is so important in the healing journey. So you're being called to forgive. Now, this could be very triggering to some of you, and that's okay. You might not be ready to forgive right now, and that's okay. But what I'm getting with this card is there's a need to first forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the things that maybe you didn't heal your childhood wounds. That was my experience. I didn't heal my childhood wounds until just recently. But that's okay. We get there when we get there. And also know that the divine, that source, that spirit, whoever you subscribe to, God loves you unconditionally. And God forgives you, and that you should forgive yourself. And in my experience, I ended up forgiving the people that hurt me too. But like I said, we get there when we get there. So don't feel any pressure to just jump to that forgiveness, like, oh, I have to forgive these people that really hurt me. There's a lot of shadow work that needs to be done before you get to that point. A lot of shadow work. Trust me, I've been there. So far, you are on the brink of a breakthrough, and that's fantastic. It's so exciting. You're being called to get away from the noise. Find time and space for yourself to where you can get your connection back with source, however that looks for you, whether it's meditation or yoga, just any kind of time. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm going to go on a vacation for 6 months and I'm going to go to the mountains and not have my cell phone for 6 months. No, it can just look like, hey, I'm going to go for 15 minutes and I'm going to meditate. Or I'm going to go do yoga for 30 minutes. Or I'm just going to go in my backyard or for a walk. Or I'm going to go out to the forest and I'm going to talk to God. I'm going to talk to Source. Or I'm going to go hug a tree. Whatever that looks like for you, you're being called to do that, right? And God will tell you what to do. Like if you ask for help from Source, from Spirit, from God, you will get answers. And the reason why I know this is because I've done it. You will get answers. So, that's amazing. All right, let's see what else. All right, what else do my true seekers and my wisdom warriors need to know for their highest and greatest good? Yeah, the shadow work it's the hard stuff, right? It's the stuff that I personally avoided for a very, very long time until Spirit brought me the biggest tower of my life. And I had to choose to either go within or check out, if you know what I mean. So I went within. Thank goodness I did that. It's worth it. It's really, really worth it. Okay. What else? I love the shadow work card too because he's got a butterfly just like covering his eyes. And that's another symbol of rebirth, breakthrough. Yeah. And there's more flowers here. Flowers are definitely significant. You're getting ready to bloom. Yeah. You're going to grow significantly. And you could do this over time, slowly, or you could do this very quickly. It just depends. It depends on what the divine has for you. It depends on the type of healing that you need to do. But the best part is that we all have our own healing journey, and that's okay. There's no so-called time that it takes. It's up to you, and it's very personal, and that's okay. It's actually quite beautiful. It's as beautiful as a caterpillar turning into a butterfly. Look at this butterfly on this butterfly mask that he has. Look at that. It's quite beautiful. And there's some sacred geometry. I think I have it right this time. There's some sacred geometry on this card, so that might be something that resonates with you. If it speaks to your spirit, great. If not, then don't worry about it. Something is definitely blooming for you. Okay, we do have sacrifice. This is number 73. You could have been born in 73. That could be your favorite number. You could be 73 or 37. There are some sacrifices that you're going to have to make in this journey, in this breakthrough journey. I had to make a bunch of sacrifices. In my experience, I quit drinking. And because I had a serious problem with drinking, I didn't even know it until I hit my rock bottom. And I'm really glad that I quit it. In fact, tomorrow I will have 1,000 days sober. 1,000 days. That's like incredible. I couldn't even imagine like not drinking for 1 hour, and I'm gonna have 1,000 days tomorrow. I also had to cut off people that weren't good for me. They were very toxic. And I used to be super codependent, and I had to heal that within myself. So, and I had to take responsibility for a lot of stuff that I was doing. I used to be very, very toxic, and I had to heal all that stuff through my shadow work. So there are a lot of sacrifices that you're going to have to make, and they're either going to be short-term stuff or long-term stuff, and that's going to be very personal to you, and that's going to be between you and source. But there's something here that you're going to have to sacrifice, and it could be one thing, it could be many things. It could be gossip, it could be drama, it could be codependency, it could be some sort of addiction, right? And it doesn't always have to be substance abuse. It could be, like in my case, it could be something else. You could be addicted to exercise. You could be addicted to food. You could be addicted to TV, or you could be addicted to anything, really. Caffeine. I feel like I'm kind of there right now, but yeah, there also it could just be your mindset. You could be a chronic self-sabotager, right? Like you could just, anytime you get something good, you could just sabotage it because you feel like it's too good to be true. Or you feel like that you've lived your entire life in a lack mindset, or nothing has ever worked out for you. So you're like, no, this can't be real. This can't be real because nothing's ever worked out for me. I have bad luck. XYZ, all of these things. So no, I'm not going to believe in this. And then you sabotage yourself and you miss out on an opportunity. You miss out on a good thing. Remember, what you put out is what you get back. This is something that I've had to learn the very hard way. So it could just be sacrificing an old mindset, an old belief, like a lack mindset. We got to get rid of that stuff. Yeah. And don't worry about, like, if you're just learning this right now, don't worry about that. I learned all of this stuff just before I turned 50 years old. In 2 days, my birthday is coming up, and I will be 53. So I just learned this stuff. And it's very humbling, but I needed to be humbled. That's okay. So if I can do it, anybody can do it. Okay, we have sad and single. Aw. You don't have to be sad if you're single. Just because you're single doesn't mean you're lonely. Okay, this says you may be feeling unhappy about being unattached or not in a romantic relationship. But you have to remember that you have an opportunity for self-discovery at this time. No distractions, right? You can do some self-introspection. You have the freedom to make decisions independently, and now you have more time to invest. You can invest in yourself at this time. This is fantastic. This is number 65 for all my truth seekers that love numbers out there. Instead of being sad and lonely and single, you can invest in yourself. And that, I have found to be the best investment I have ever made. Yeah. Instead of like going out drinking or complaining all the time about how you're sad and single, or about the breakup and all these things. Like, yes, we need to talk to someone about it, but complaining is just, it's not going to get you anywhere. But going to talk to someone like a therapist, or doing self-introspection, soul searching, working on yourself, getting better, learning things, now that is a growth mindset, and that is going to help you get better. We don't want to stay bitter. We want to get better. It's true. Okay, Spirit, anything else? Let's get 2 more cards. I know my true seekers are not sad and single. I know that they are sexy and single. That's right. Remember who you are. Remember who you are before this breakup, before all of the things that happened, right? Remember who you are. Your soul wants to remember who you are. Okay. What else, Spirit? This breakthrough energy is awesome. Definitely a need to get close to source. There's this finger pointing up. I mean, source is all around us, but the symbology is there. Okay, we have destruction. This is kind of giving self-sabotaging vibes. Ooh, this is Tower energy. So, Spirit could have taken a lot of things away from you. You could have experienced a big tower, but those were taken away from you because they were not for you. They were not doing you any good. They were keeping you stuck. Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't really feel good, right? In my experience, that moment for me was when my husband left. And like I said, I was a pretty bad drunk, and there were a lot of other things happening too that I won't talk about right now, but I hit rock bottom basically. So, I mean, it doesn't feel good, right? But I can see now that it was for a reason. So, the things and the people that are being taken away from you right now, I know it's hard to see at this moment, like just depending on where you are in your healing journey. I know it might be hard to see right now, but they're being taken away from you because it's just not for you. It's just holding you back. It's keeping you stuck. You have a purpose, but you can't see it because you're in the wrong spot. You're in the wrong place. It's not where you're meant to be. Yeah. This says the shaky foundations have been destroyed and new solid ones will be rebuilt. Your rise will be slow and steady, but your path is finally being cleared. It's like that thing, right? Where the tower comes and it gets like knocked down, but then you rebuild it, and you rebuild it stronger and stronger and stronger. Yeah. This is 93. You could have been born in 93. If you're 93 and watching me, please put a comment because I think that's awesome. I hope I make it to 93. You could be 39. Yeah, it's like this breakthrough energy. Rising like the phoenix. Woo! At the bottom of the deck, we do have overwhelmed. A lot of you could feel overwhelmed. Yes, that tower energy, when all that hits, it is overwhelming. It is, but just know that Spirit's got your back. Spirit's got your back and your spirit team, and just ask for help. Ask for help. Pray. Pray for help, or just do what I do. I just talk. I talk to God and spirit like they're my best friend. I just have a conversation. That's what I do. And it works for me. So whatever works for you, do that. Look at this. If you're feeling overwhelmed, just know that that's normal and it's okay. And you will get through this. Just take one step at a time. Take 15 minutes at a time. Ask for help if you need it. And know that it's not going to last forever. It's not going to last forever. There's always hope. Yeah. The sun will come up. If you don't know what path to take, ask. Ask Source. Ask the Most High. You will get answers. Now, it depends what your gifts are, but the way that it happened for me, I got signs, synchronicities. I started to see things that I normally wouldn't see. I started to see out of my third eye. I started to hear things that I normally wouldn't hear. I started to see from a different perspective, stuff like that. I started to awaken. I did. It's going to be different for everybody. But you will kind of get to like a fork in the road, right? You get to a fork in the road and be like, okay, what path am I going to take? That's going to be up to you. But just know that you're never alone and that you can ask for help. Okay. Now let's get some tarot cards and then we'll get some advice and then we'll close it out. This is great energy though. Really great energy. This breakthrough, it's like that energy of, we've got the Empress and victory. Look at that. It's gonna be a victory. We've got that energy of having a breakdown so you can have a breakthrough. And I got chills all over me. Yes. Look at this. You're gonna have a victory. You are. This is incredible. You're gonna get your flowers. You're gonna get your medal. Yeah. Just take the time to go within. Take the time to introspect. Take the time to meditate, to be quiet with God, to be quiet with Spirit, with Source. Look at the stars. Look at the moon. Okay, Spirit. What else? You deserve quiet time. Okay. Yeah, this is your justice. Yeah, these people that are in competition with you, the kung fu fighting. I mean, some of you could be martial artists or in karate. I mean, I know it's probably not called karate nowadays, but in martial arts. But they thought you were naive. They did. They thought because you were nice, because you were in this kindergarten teacher, very nice to everybody, very giving. You would give the shirt off your back kind of energy. You were very kind to people. They didn't know who you were in the spirit. They didn't fully know you. They took your kindness for weakness, basically. And they wanted to get in the way of you moving forward. And they are watching you. Whatever you're doing, I don't know what you're doing, but they're watching you. These people that are in competition with you, they're watching you in some way, shape, or form. This guy's on a computer. This is the hacker. Page of Swords. So they're wanting to learn all about you. What are you doing? Where are you going? What are you into these days? if you're estranged from these people. Yeah, perhaps they want to copy you. They want to copy what you're doing. They're also stuck in their head, or you could be stuck in your head right now, perhaps about this breakthrough or about this tower energy. We've got interference. This is the Eight of Swords. You could be feeling really stuck in your head, like overthinking things. Maybe not being able to move forward because of your mindset. Again, this could be something that Spirit is encouraging you to release. Something that perhaps you need to sacrifice. We want to be in a growth mindset instead of saying, I can't. Figure out the ways that you can. How can you move forward? How can you get a better job if you're unhappy or if you're stuck? How can you quit drinking? How can you stop being codependent? This hacker energy too is about learning. This Page of Swords is about learning. How can I learn to stop being codependent? How can I learn to heal my heart? How can I get myself out of this situation? How can I motivate myself to get out of bed? I had to do that when my tower fell at first. Yeah. But whatever, this breakthrough here, this breakthrough is your justice. God wants this for you. Spirit wants this for you. Yeah. This is your justice. It is. It is. Because even though you are this kindergarten teacher, and you could actually be a teacher, but even though you are this kindergarten teacher, and you're nice and you're kind, and you would do anything for anybody, and you probably do. You probably put your everybody else before yourself, right? It's kind of like, yes, I am that person, but when I've had enough, I have had enough. You can only push me so far, and then I'm done. It's like a switch, right? It's like, okay, I'm done. You disrespected me? No, I'm not having that. So now you're at this breakthrough energy to where you can choose to heal. I mean, you can choose to be sad, be in that sad and alone energy, or you can choose to be empowered. You can choose to rise up, be empowered, and say, you know what? I got this. I'm going to do this. Even if it's just putting one foot in front of the other, I'm going to do this. And you can do this. I know because I did it. And you can do it too. Yes, you can. Here's the tower. Tower energy at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're going through a tower and it's rough seas. And you might get a little seasick, but that's okay. That's okay because you are going to get to land. I promise you, you will. If you do the work, if you ask God and Source for help, you will get there. You will. Yeah. Look at this. You'll get there. Yeah. This will not last forever. This is the World card. This is not going to last forever. But it's something that you gotta get through. You gotta go through it to get over it, right? You gotta go through it, do the work, do the healing work, and whew, you're gonna be so much happier afterwards. You will be. So, Let these people do their kung fu fighting in the background, and you just focus on yourself and keep it pushing. Okay, I'm gonna get a couple of my cards, and then we'll get one advice card, and then we'll close it out. Yeah, got this. You're strong. You're stronger than you think you are. Yeah. Really, really stronger than you think you are. All right, Spirit, what's the message? What's the message? Okay, we've got Say What You Need to Say. This is a song by John Mayer. Say what you need to say. So maybe these people did not say what they needed to say before, I don't know, they disappeared. Or maybe you need to say something that you need to say. But that song is all about saying what you need to say before somebody passes. So only take that if it resonates. But it's like, hey man, speak now or forever hold your peace. Say what you gotta say, because you might not ever see that person again. We also have help others make a difference. Help others make a difference. Your story could help other people. You're being called to help others and make a difference, just in any way you can. Even just a smile can help someone. It's true. Okay, this says stop running. It's time to be brave. It's time to be brave. It's time to stop running. Okay. Let's get a Divine Spirit card here for advice, and then we'll close it out, guys. Yeah. Yeah, like you can run, but you can't hide. You can't hide from God. You can't hide from the divine. Trust me, I ran from God for a very long time. I'm so grateful that Spirit caught me. Okay, what's the advice? What's the advice? What's the advice, Spirit? Some of you might be penny pinching at this time, might be financially strapped. Just know that as you heal and as you help others and make a difference, you will be, I don't want to say you will be rewarded, but abundance will come to you, right? You get back what you put out, right? If you are generous, you will, it's like the law of attraction, right? If you are generous, you will get abundance back. You just will. Okay, we've got the success card. Look at this. Success. You will have success. If you do this shadow work and you choose to heal and you keep your faith and your hope and you connect with Spirit, the divine, or whatever you subscribe to, Source, you will have success. This is great. I grow and thrive in the universe. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me toward victory. I direct my thoughts towards clarity and nurture wisdom, love, and goodness within me. I am free now, and I succeed in my life. Yes. Affirmations are also really good on a daily basis, if you want to do that. All right, that was your reading. I hope that it was helpful. Remember, don't dim to fit in, shine bright, and live true. I will see you in the next video. Bye.